Hey everybody, it's ASIC Eric and Pops, and I'm gonna just start out here by saying a goodbye to our buddy Cliff, Carolina man. I think most of you know by now that he passed away this last week. We love you, Cliff. Rest in peace, buddy. I don't really know what else to say there other than Cliff was an awesome guy. I think everybody that saw him knew that. He's gonna be missed, so take care, brother. Okay, so I've been away for a few weeks working on work. I'll have an announcement on that pretty soon. That's going along really well. But we are back on this today. We got a few different tricks to try here. We're gonna put some paint stripper on here this time, and then we got one of the stripping discs for the electric sander this time for the big angle grinder. We're going to try that out. I got to be real careful with that one and not generate a lot of heat and warp stuff. So first order of business, put some plastic down here. We're going to put some paint stripper, I don't know, up there maybe, and let that start cooking and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so that's been soaking for 15 minutes, which is what they recommended to run the test and see how much is coming off. And I can already see this is working much better than the last time I tried this stuff. I don't remember if I commented on this or not. When I first got the car, I tried the aircraft stripper, that's the name of it, I forget who makes it, on the fenders, and it just did squat. I mean, it didn't take anything off. Here you can clearly see it's taking the paint off. We wiped the whole thing down, and then I looked at it and it kind of looked like this. So I went back and put it on heavier right here, and that seemed to work better. So I think that first coat that I put on wasn't heavy enough. So we're going to go ahead and give this a little scrapage, see how it goes. But as Pops and I were saying, even if this just takes off like half the paint or something, that's still much better than doing everything mechanically, I think. So I'm pretty happy with this. And it's cold too. I mean, again, laugh at me. It's like 50 degrees out here, but for doing this kind of stuff, I think that's pretty cold. Anyway, we'll start stripping off here, see how it goes. All right, Pops is gonna give it a go here. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's pretty chunky, huh?
Dry.
Oh, dried out. Oh, look at that, though.
Hey.
That's nice. Is that metal under there? Or is it primer? Can't tell.
It's gotta help sanding. What do you think?
I don't know. It's pretty good. Might just take a couple applications here, but this didn't work as well here, obviously. So.
No.
But it does seem to dry out, so I guess it'll take a few applications, I think, to make this happen. But all right, keep working on this here. Yeah, so you can see here, that's just the top layer of paint there. You can see they're dug in a little deeper. So this is working, but this is going to take a bunch of applications, I think, to get this stuff off. And I think we're going to have to keep applying it and keep it wet because it seemed like it dried out. But it is coming off, so that's good. All right, so we covered the whole thing here. We'll see how it goes. It's going to take a lot of stripper. We just got the little can there because I wasn't sure how well it was going to work. So we tried to keep it wet for a long time, and I just let it sit for a while now, and it's starting to dry up. So I think we're just going to go ahead and scrape it off and see how it goes. All right, so as you can see, it's very slow going. This is still the first layer of paint here, and these are all the layers we have to go. So it's not working all that great. So what I just did is I scratched it all up with 36 grit, try and let the stripper get down in there a little better maybe. We don't have that much left, so we're just going to go ahead and use up what we have and see how this one goes, but we're probably just going to switch back to mechanical stripping after this. This has already been an hour, and we did that whole thing in 4 hours over there, so we're not really making much progress, but we'll try it. Alright, so after that last coat, definitely worked better than the other coats we did. I don't know if the breaking it up with the 36 made any difference or not, because there's still areas like this that it still just didn't do anything, but it seems like the trick with this stuff is you've got to have it on there really thick. So if you just brush a coat on and then leave it, that doesn't work. So you got to just pile it on there so it's really thick. Everywhere we did that, it came off a lot better than it did before. So, but we just ran out. So we've decided we're going to go get a gallon of that stuff, come back and work on this some more rather than sanding. And so we'll keep doing that. So we're going to go get some more stripper and we'll be back. Okay, so we don't know if it's because the sun is hitting the panel now, it's warmed up a few more degrees, or it's the new stuff we got. I don't know if you can see this. You can actually see it bubbling now. Well, we didn't get this kind of reaction with the other stuff, but so this part's in the shade right here, and it doesn't seem to be bubbling up as much as the stuff right next to it, so it might just be the temperature. It says on the thing to use it from 65 to 85, and as I mentioned before, it's like 50. It's warmed up to maybe 56 now, but maybe just that little bit. Having the panel sitting in the sun and soaking up some sunlight, warming up, makes all the difference. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so we didn't wait the 15 minutes yet. We just started wire brushing it and stuff to get the loose stuff, and let's see how much better this is coming off. Way better than before. Why don't you hit this spot up here? Let's see what... Yeah, look at that. Much better. Stuff's still not easy to get off, but it's a lot better. Yeah, nice. Let's see, what do I do with mine? I was just coming along here and hitting this stuff. Let's see. Sorry if I'm zoomed in too far here. But yeah, so if it bubbles up like this, it works really well. We just weren't getting that bubbling before. See, it's still hard to get off, but better. So we'll get all this off here and then hit it again. Yeah, so you can see that worked a lot better than the previous coats. You can see a lot of blue now. We were just joking that I didn't even realize this car had this orange paint, gold metallic on it. I thought that was just a primer under the black, but now that we got the black off, you can see it's actually a gold metallic. So we have black, gold metallic, blue one right there, that dark blue, and then the light blue. I think that's it. I think 4 coats of paint on, maybe 5. It's hard to tell, but at least 4. Sheesh. Alright, that's the result of that one. So we're almost there. So that gold paint is really hard to get off. It's as bad as the black stuff. Once we get through that, the blue stuff seems to dissolve pretty much down to primer and even bare metal in some places. So hopefully 1 or probably 2 more. Alright, there we go. She's pretty much done. You can see the final coat of primer still on there, so we still have to sand that off. You can get that off through work, but we have to sand it anyway, so that's okay. Excuse me, getting over a cold. This area up here, of course, is proving to be pretty nightmarish. Got it down to the blue paint at least, so it's almost there. So we got most of it done. No real surprises anywhere we found. There's a little bit of body work down here in the nose that Pop's found. A little bit of rust going on there maybe, but and another spot over here. A rust spot right there. But that's it, I think. Everything else is looking nice. So yeah, it's a good hood. He's good. Alright, so thoughts from you guys and gals out there if I should do the same treatment on the underside and then prime the whole thing, or save that for later, or what you think. It's a lot of rust and stuff on the bottom, not as much paint, I hope. So hopefully that won't take as long as the top did, but Pops prefers this method. I'm still kind of on the fence. It took about the same amount of time either way. It's certainly cheaper to do it this way. A lot less wear and tear on your tools and things, obviously. But yeah, it's messy. There's crap everywhere. It's better for Pops' eyes because he doesn't like sanding debris in his eyes. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. So thanks for tagging along, everybody, and let me know if you have any thoughts. Take care.